For me, being a gestational surrogate was being a part of something that was magical. It was my way of giving back into the world and bringing my own love. It was just something really special and important for me to be a part of. I was inspired to become a surrogate because I come from a same-sex couple, and we always wondered how we would have children. We used an anonymous donor, so I felt my way to give back was to become a surrogate and kind of give a gift back into the world like we received as well. Emotional support is very important as a surrogate, and I feel like West Coast really provided that for me. And like I said, having my case manager she was a surrogate as well. So it made the experience even easier for me because she knew what I was going to go through, so I knew what to anticipate. And although every surrogacy and every pregnancy is different, it really helps to know that the people behind you and support you were in your shoes at one time. My wife played a very important role. I know a lot of people that question her and how can you let your wife do something like this, but she was very supportive of my decision. She knew that I really enjoyed being pregnant with our daughter, and it was a really easy experience for me. And she knew that the same way I wanted to give back into the world, she wanted to be a part of that as well. So she was very supportive, came to appointments if she could, and she was just my rock through the whole time. I did have expectations for the relationship that I would have with my IPs. We were very close during the journey, so I felt that we were going to stay in contact, maybe, texts, send photos, always, checking in on each other, and that's exactly what I'm getting. We're 18 months out from delivery, and we text each other if we have some important news. We send photos to each other. We check in on each other, updates with everyday life, birthdays, holidays that we know that we celebrate as families, and it's just really nice. The most important aspect for me and IPs with their surrogate is involvement. I do feel, checking in, going to appointments with me, that really made this journey more special and a little bit more exciting, just because I was able to see their smiles every time we would have an ultrasound, or they can feel Bo move if we were waiting in the room before we got into our appointments. I would text them and say, today, the baby did this, or I felt this, and I wanted them to be included so they can be a part of that bond that I was feeling with their child. As a surrogate, you do feel a bond, but it's different from your own children. And I recognize that since this was my second surrogacy. And I do care for the baby just the same way like I would care for my own. And I do, worry if everything's gonna be okay for our pregnancy and delivery. But I can separate the bond from what I felt with my daughter and my daughter that I'm currently pregnant with right now. I know that they're coming home with me, and my surrogate babies are not. The advice that I would offer someone considering being a gestational surrogate is come with an open heart. It's something that not everyone can do, but if you're willing to, like I said, bring a little love into the world and be a part of something so important and special, it's love, it's family, it's everything that you would hope for. The experience with delivering for Danny and Jason was the most beautiful experience I've ever had. It was, like I said, magic. The joy in their eyes, the smiles on their faces was everything that I could hope for. Just seeing them together was, I don't know, like you said, it brings tears to my eyes as well, just because it was love. There was nothing but love in the room that day, and it was love at first sight for them. And them being to the side with their son, it was like they were finally completed as a family.